The legacy of Frank Fritz, the beloved star of American Pickers, hangs in the balance as his estate battle unfolds. A year after his passing, friends like Annette Oberlander-Willows find themselves emotionally trapped, unable to move on until Frank and his mother are laid to rest. But here's where it gets controversial. Frank's will is being contested by his birth father, Bill Fritz, who believes he should have a say in how his son's estate is distributed. The probate case, shrouded in secrecy, leaves many questions unanswered about Frank's assets and the details of his final wishes. The upcoming trial, scheduled for November 2026, feels like an eternity away for those close to Frank. Willows expresses the agony of waiting, saying it just drags you down. Frank Fritz, with his distinctive beard and infectious smile, rose to fame alongside his friend and co-host, Mike Wolfe. Their show, American Pickers, offered a fresh take on the antique hunting genre, showcasing their street-smart instincts and curiosity as they explored small towns and backroads in search of hidden treasures. Their genuine friendship and unique chemistry captivated audiences, making them unexpected celebrities. Wolfe described Frank as authentic and genuine, both on and off screen. However, a nagging back injury forced Frank to leave the show just before the pandemic, marking the beginning of a series of health issues that ultimately led to his untimely death at 60 in September 2024. The will contest raises questions about Frank's closest companions and their understanding of his final desires. It also delves into the issue of Frank's competency after suffering a stroke, which initially led to his placement under guardianship. Court documents reveal a rocky recovery, with hospitalizations for seizures, high blood pressure, and pneumonia-like symptoms. An emergency guardian was appointed, citing Frank's impaired decision-making capacity and inability to care for himself or manage his financial affairs. Friends maintain that Frank had recovered and was in control of his faculties during the time leading up to his death. They describe a visit from Wolfe, their first meeting in 3 years, and a night out with friends just before the holidays, painting a picture of a man who was very much alive and present. But the validity of the will, drafted in 2023, is being questioned due to logistical issues and the judge's previous finding that Frank lacked the capacity to execute legal documents. As the legal battle rages on, Frank's friends have organized tributes and created spaces like the Frank Fritz Man Cave to honor his memory. They shared stories, laughed, and cried, coming together for the first time to celebrate their beloved friend. Willows plans to spend the 1-year anniversary of Frank's death in quiet reflection. She remembers Frank's vibrant personality and his love for life, always exciting and full of energy. But she also cherishes the more intimate moments they shared, the everyday conversations, and the time spent watching TV together in his hospital room. He mentioned one day he fulfilled all of his dreams before he passed away. There wasn't one thing that he wanted to do that he didn't do, Willows says, finding comfort in knowing Frank lived a full life. As the legal process unfolds, Willows and others close to Frank navigate the difficult path of moving forward while honoring his memory. It's hard knowing that Frank is not at peace yet. That's the hardest part, she adds. The story of Frank Fritz's legacy is a complex one, filled with emotion and controversy. What are your thoughts on the matter? Do you think the will contest is justified, or is it a sad attempt to exploit a vulnerable situation? Share your opinions in the comments below.